Howdy, folks. It's Brian with Old Virginia Log Homes again. Going to do a little October update about what we're seeing in the markets and how things are going. And I got to be honest with you, it's a little bit of a wild and crazy world out there, and some of the tragedies that have been happening this past week. And of course, the interest rates seem to continue to climb, and inflation seems to be bad. But I'm going to be honest with you, we're not actually seeing much of a slowdown with our customers. And in fact, we're seeing kind of the opposite. So we see a lot of folks moving towards getting their dream home, their retirement homes, or their retreat, whatever you want to call it. It seems to be kicking in a little bit of overtime, a little bit of paranoia, a little bit of, well, paranoia is maybe not the right word, maybe just a little bit of concern over some of the actions that are happening in the world. And it's a little frantic. I was in Richmond last night, and I can certainly understand not wanting to be in the hustle and bustle of the city life. So we're seeing a lot of folks wanting to move out of those areas and try to get out in the rural areas like ours. And admittedly, I'm a little biased because I live obviously in a very rural area, and I absolutely love it and wouldn't trade it for anything. It's nice to have the restaurants and whatnot, but it's also really nice to know your neighbors and have your farm animals, and to be able to just stare at these mountains as we move into autumn here, and we're seeing the leaves change. There's a squirrel behind you guys right now that's knocking stuff out of the trees. So it's great living out here. It's great living out in the country. So we can appreciate folks trying to get out of the cities for whatever reason they may have. Now, we are seeing some material prices go down, but of course, any savings that you're seeing in material prices going down is usually being eaten up by labor prices going up. We are still seeing lots of delays. And there's a real labor shortage, especially in skilled labor. So a lot of builders are running on short crews right now, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We kind of are too. We definitely have a few vacancies here, and we have for a while, and it's been a struggle to keep things going. So we've developed a new policy around here between our customers not always being on time, or I should rephrase that, between our customers never being on time, and with the difficulties that we're having and some of the sacrifices that we're making to keep it going. Our new policy is become one of, we're going to set a date, we're going to shoot for that date, but we realize with some of the difficulties of what's going on in the industry and in the world that you're probably going to miss your date, and that's okay. And conversely, we might actually miss ours, and that's not anything that we've had to experience in our 42 years of existence. We don't really ever miss dates. However, excuse me while I let the truck go by. However, it's just a new reality. And when I say we miss our date, we've had customers missing by months is pretty typical. We're missing by a week or two. So our new policy is one of, we're all going to get through this together. We're all going to work together and try to make it happen. Now, we do have a lot of things in the works, a lot of homes in the works, I should say. And with that thought in mind, if you're thinking about building with us, the very first step in the process are plans. And, we have a standard plan fee. Right now it's $1,200. It's pretty cheap. And that $1,200 comes off the price of the kit on your final invoice. So really the plans are included. We just ask for a little bit up front before we get started on them. Our draftsman is doing the best he can for keeping up, but he is constantly buried. So if you're thinking about doing plans with us, the time to get started is yesterday. And that's the truth. The time to get started with your builder is yesterday. If you think you're going to build in 2024, it's going to be tough. You need to get cracking. You really need to be on top of it. You need to be reaching out to those builders. Now, I am reading and hearing reports about the housing market dying off or falling, and you'd think it would make things better. But if we circle back around to what I said earlier about the folks leaving the city, I think some of those numbers are being influenced by what we're seeing in the commercial market and what we're seeing in urban areas. In the rural areas, from talking to other builders, from what we're seeing with our customers, things don't seem to be slowing down at all. So really, I'm not trying to be discouraging. I'm trying to emphasize the fact that this is not something you can do overnight. It takes time to build a house. It takes time to line up all those dominoes so that you can make this project go forward. And I would give you this piece of advice. Building a house in 2023 is nothing like building a house in 2013. 10 years ago is like a cakewalk compared to today. So when you go into this, you need to keep that mindset of there's going to be setbacks, there's going to be issues, there are going to be things that have to be overcome. Having said that, we're building houses every day. Our crew is out today building a beautiful house, which I hope to put some pictures up soon. As soon as they get back, we got another house that's going out past Roanoke. When they get back from that, we've got a house that's going to North Carolina. So things are definitely going. People are still able to get it done. You just have to be ready to face the challenges and be determined to do it. And the best time to build a house is now. Guys, I cannot tell you how many times we have folks come in and they see our prices and they say, well, 5 years ago it was X number of dollars and now it's a lot more than that. Yeah, it is. It really is. And, things are not going to be dropping anytime soon. You're never going to see price decreases. I feel sorry for some folks because truthfully, I live a life where I live in a home I love every day, and every day I come home, I absolutely love it. And I have a routine where I go out and feed the chickens, and I turn around and there's 30 chickens following me, and there's the yard is fenced in, and I'm taking care of the animals, and I'm walking into the house that I truly love. I hate that some people will put that feeling off for years and years and years. And is it worth the wait? Well, I guess it is worth the wait if you have to wait. But I like living my dream right now, and I like living in the house I love right now, and I love living where I live right now. So, if you're thinking about making that move, I can't encourage you enough to do that. It's the moment to seize is yours, and I hope you can do it if at all possible. I sincerely hope you can do that, and we will help you in any way possible. Now, we have some ideas that we're kind of pursuing. We would love to work with a solar company and maybe look at some off-grid stuff and maybe design some homes around a little more of a homesteading off-grid sort of structure. Because I think that I think we've even said it before in some of our ads. Every good homestead starts with a home. So we want to help folks sort of connect some of those dots. I don't think we'll ever be in the solar panel business, but if we could build some relationships, it might benefit our customers and give us new avenues. It's something that lots of folks talk about. And recently I talked to one of our customers who's going to be building hopefully in the spring, and he's going full solar, and it is not cheap. However, it is half the price of what it's going to cost for him to run power into his property. So it is a very viable thing in some circumstances. For other folks, it's just the comfort of knowing that no matter what the weather conditions, no matter what may happen, you're always going to have that power available to you. So I think it's finally getting to a point where I personally, and this is a personal feeling, and I've lived off of solar for a while, a few months in another country actually, but it's finally getting to the point where I feel like we're seeing some real strides in the solar, and it's very viable now compared to what it used to be. So I am looking for that. So if anybody has any leads on good solar companies or any recommendations, I'd love for you to get in touch with us and let us know. So I'm not going to take up a huge amount of your time. I'm going to try to do some more videos like this, just keeping track of the industry. And we may do some videos talking about our construction of our homes. So, again, it's strange time out there, folks. Don't let that stop you from building the life that you want to have, and don't let that stop you from living in the home that you want to love and live in for the rest of your life, hopefully. Because boy, I have no regrets about where I live, how I live, or how I intend to live the rest of my life. So if you're in the position to do it, I hope you can make your dreams come true, and we're going to help you with that in any way, shape, or form we possibly can. As always, advice is free. We are a very small company. There's only 4 of us in the office, including Judy, who started the company. You are welcome to call us 276-546-5647. Call us anytime and ask for me, ask for Heather, ask for Jared, our draftsman, ask for Judy if you want. We are here to answer your questions. And the truth is that not every company is right for every person. And we may not be that company that is right for you, but we don't care. We'll still talk to you. That's what we do. I give folks advice. It seems like every week, multiple folks will call and ask for advice on some restoration or restaining. And we don't get into that business a whole lot, but we're happy to offer advice on that as well, and we do frequently. So, don't be afraid to reach out to us, no matter how small your question is. It's just a phone call away. Yes, you can email us. Yes, you can message us, but we sure like talking to people on phone. We're just kind of old-fashioned like that. So please come visit us. You're welcome to stay in our guest cabin. You're welcome to tour our distillery, of which I'm sitting on the porch right now, which is on the same grounds as Old Virginia. Also a nice big log structure with some design features that you can take a look at. We have the office, we have the model, we have the guest cabin, we have the distillery. So we have multiple log structures in real world use that you can check out and see for yourself, ranging in ages from 40 years old to 3 years old, about 4 years old now. So, quite a time difference there. So you can see what these things can look like over time. Maybe the next video we might do one talking about mistakes I see that folks make in log home design. And it's not really design as much as landscaping more often than not. So I think we'll do that next time. So I'm going to post this up on our Facebook. I'm going to post this up on our YouTube channel. Please like and follow our YouTube channel. Please like and follow us on Facebook. It really helps get the information out. And even if it's information that you can't necessarily use, or maybe you're never actually going to build a log home, and that's okay too. It still might be some information you can use. So we appreciate it, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you to all our customers and all our past customers that post up the pictures when we make posts. It's awesome. People love seeing it. So please keep doing that. And if you're on the fence and you don't know which direction to turn, just give us a call. Thank you much. Appreciate it.